Live now, and you are live.
Great. Welcome, everyone. This is our first House Rules meeting of 2025. It's Wednesday, January 8th. We have one item on our agenda for today, and that is to review HR 4, which is a House resolution relating to standing committees. It's sponsored by Representative Houghton, McCoy, and Logan. At this time, I'll have Betsy Ann, our clerk, read through the changes from last biennium, and then we'll have discussion and a straw poll vote.
And Madam Speaker, would you like this to be shared on screen?
Yeah,
It's also posted online as well under HR 4.
Thank you.
All right. So this would amend House Rule 25, which sets forth the House standing committees. And you'll see the committees are set there in column 1, the members are in column 2, and their subject matter is column 3. So the first change, big picture, this would amend some of the standing committees and then change their numbers to add a new committee. So the first change would be changing the current Agriculture, Food, Resiliency, and Forestry Committee from having 11 members to 8. Next, changing the current Appropriations Committee from 12 members to 11. The next change would be in Corrections and Institutions, but only a punctuation change in regard to striking the "and" there and just changing the punctuation from a comma to a semicolon. Thank you. Next change would be to the Committee on Education, just changing its membership from 12 to 11. Here is why those numbers would be changing. The current Environment and Energy Committee would be split into 2 separate committees. So the new committee would be the Committee on Energy and Digital Infrastructure, going from 11 members to a 9-member committee. And here would be its new focus, splitting off those environment subject matters, so that the Energy and Digital Infrastructure Committee would have jurisdiction relating to energy, utilities, communication, broadband, information technology, cybersecurity, and other similar policies. So splitting those 2 committees would create a new Environment Committee. I'm at the top of page 2 now, with an 11 members on that Environment Committee. And it would have jurisdiction regarding conservation and development, climate change mitigation, land resources, air, water, fish, and wildlife, solid waste management, and other similar policies. Moving on, the current General and Housing Committee would just be changed from 12 to 11 members. The current Government Operations and Military Affairs Committee would go from 12 to 11 members, and you can see that removed from its jurisdiction would be Information Technology and Cybersecurity, which was moved up above to that new Energy and Digital Infrastructure Committee. No change to the Committee on Healthcare. In the Committee on Human Services, adding to its jurisdiction, new language, providing for jurisdiction with oversight of programs and services provided by the Vermont Departments for Children and Families and of Dale and of Health. No change to the Judiciary Committee. No change to the Committee on Rules. No change to the Transportation Committee. Next change and final change would be changing the number of members on Ways and Means from 12 to 11.
Thank you. Any questions?
Didn't Human Services before cover things like UCF and Dale and Health?
Yes, we're just being explicit.
Specified.
Yeah.
So that's all new. That under Human Services, that underlined is.
Correct. The underlying
that wasn't
language.
in another committee before.
That is correct. That is new language, not transferred from elsewhere.
Right. Just to be more clear about their jurisdiction.
I think it's a great idea to separate off energy and environment.
Yeah.
That was way too much for them to deal with. And I'm super released in this one of the space and spend than having an extra committee that they've already figured out and
Yeah,
done.
yes, it is. It is. Well, with that, can I have a motion to accept JR 4?
I will make a motion to accept JR 4.
Okay, any further discussion? Just remember, because we don't have possession of it, it's a straw vote.
Do we have to report it?
That's a great question. I think we
John?
could just have someone say that the committee reviewed it and on a straw poll vote, they had this vote. Take volunteers after. I think you were just
I
volunteering.
think you're volunteering.
Yeah. All right, any further discussion? All right, I'll call the straw poll. Holton,
Yes.
Dolan,
Yes.
Bartholomew,
Yes.
Hoy,
Yes.
Toof,
Yes.
Feltus.
Yes.
And I am a yes. Our straw poll is unanimous with 7 votes. Thank you very much. That wraps up our agenda for House Rules today. We will be in touch about a future meeting to talk about some other ideas members have had, want to bring to the committee around House procedure and other housekeeping issues. So stay tuned for that. But with that, thank you. Meeting is adjourned.